Welcome, everyone. My name is Jacob, and this is Hunt Detail. Thank you for joining me. We've all had it before. We've pulled up to maybe a trailhead or our favorite piece of property, public property, that is, and we run into another hunter, and they're getting ready, and we're getting ready. Maybe it's for an evening sit or morning sit or something in between, and you're a little frustrated, obviously, because you want the woods to yourself and you want to be able to hunt how you hunt and not have to worry about someone else. And so here are my recommendations for handling that situation. And certainly, you can sort of compare and contrast to previous experiences if you've had. I've recently had these experiences myself, and this is how I handle it. And so, when it comes to negotiating, in whether you're buying a car or buying a house or buying something from a friend, the first person that states a number is the loser. And the reason being is because that's where you can sort of negotiate down, picking apart different aspects of the whatever it is that is being sold. And even if someone says, "Hey, how much do you want for it?" To me, my counter is, "Well, what do you think a fair price is?" You're automatically giving them some power, and they're gonna probably state a fair price. I mean, maybe they'll highball you, but ultimately, there's been a lot of books written on this, from a negotiation standpoint. And so when it comes to public land, my first thing is, "Hey, you were here first," or, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and hunt where you want, and I'll pivot to somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else. I'll figure something else out. Just tell me where you are or whatever, show me on a map, and I'll sort of avoid that accordingly." And automatically, what that does is you're giving that person power, and you're also giving them the the choice really of where to hunt, and they say, "Well, I'm headed over to this ridge or this fence line or this particular area," and they may even show you on a map. And at that point, then you have everything going your way. You have the rest of the woods to go to. You can go over to areas maybe that you need to check out or haven't checked out, or maybe the area that you wanted to hunt originally wasn't even near where this person was hunting, but you've A, kept your spot secret, and B, understand that there might be another spot worth checking out when they're not there. And C, you have the rest of the woods. And that person now feels like, well, this is where I gotta go and this is where I gotta stay. And maybe they would have liked to have changed their mind, but this is what they've committed to now. And they also feel like they owe you a little bit, like you've given them something. There's a thing called, it's the law of reciprocity. And when you give something to someone, like say if I saw you and I gave you a flashlight or an ink pen or something else of nominal value, but it still was significant in that particular moment when you needed it, then I feel like I owe you. And so you can even Google that, the law of reciprocity. It's done a lot in the sales world because it's like, "Hey, I want to give you this." And then that person, even subconsciously, knows or feels like they owe you something. So ultimately, I think it's a good practice, anyways, because the last thing we want to do is be in conflict with other people out in the woods. But again, as I started saying initially, the when you have them state what they want, they state their price or whatever it is, they state where they want to go. You now have more power than them because you know where they want to go and you can negotiate around that. So I hope that's helpful as you hit the woods. Hope you're having a great season. Come and find me on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at J_Coons_hunts. Please like and subscribe, share this podcast with others, and look forward to chatting with you again soon. Best of luck.